If you're a curious person and you're interested in leveling up, I would suggest you stick around for this video. Yes, it's about the new moon that's happening today. It means there's no moon in our atmosphere. However, this video is more about how to elevate yourself in the mind, body, and soul. I'm Nita. I am the founder of a brand called Grounded 1002, and we've created these cards. They're called Cosmic Powered Coaching Cards. They help you work on your mind, body, and soul. Although the prompts come from the astrological events happening, they've been designed quite logically to help you level up. I'm someone who's worked in the corporate world for almost 20 years. I'm almost 43 years old and designed these cards based on a very long career in operations, mostly focused on HR. What do you need to know? Today, there is a new moon. That means you cannot see the moon today. You're not going to see, this little guy out today, but you are going to see the stars really nicely. What this card tells you is it's the new moon, and when there is a new moon, the universe is telling us like, hey, it's such a good time to get reflective. Today's new moon is in the sign of Leo. What we want you to do, if you have these cards, is you flip to the mind section. What you will see are a couple of characteristics that are listed here. This is where the leveling up begins. We have listed 5 of many different characteristics that are associated with the sign of Leo. And the reason we say using astrology is a good way to level up is we all have the characteristics from all of the zodiac signs within us, even if you identify as one particular sign. So Leo, some of the main characteristics associated with it are confidence, passion, creativity, arrogance, and being self-centered. You may think that confidence, passion, creativity, these are great characteristics, while arrogance and being self-centered are not. But I don't know if that's necessarily true, because sometimes you may need that little bit of arrogance, or sometimes you may need to be self-centered, particularly if you're a big empath. What we want you to do, whether or not you have the cards, is take some time and think about the words confidence, passion, creativity, arrogance, self-centeredness, and think, first of all, how do you define these characteristics? Okay, once you've defined these characteristics, think about, when is it productive for you to embody these characteristics, so be these characteristics? When is it productive to be confident? When is it productive to be passionate? When is it productive to be creative or arrogant or self-centered? Once you've done that, think about, when is it destructive to be confident? When is it destructive to be passionate? When is it destructive to be creative? When is it destructive to be arrogant? And when is it destructive to be self-centered? I definitely have my own thoughts on this. Having been someone who's worked in HR for so long with so many people that level up through their careers, I've seen instances where people thrive with using these characteristics at certain times, and then they need to pull back at certain times, and they've mastered it really, really well. That is the mind prompt that we want you to do. All right, that's the mind prompt. The second prompt is a body prompt. Leo rules the upper back, and what these cards offer or suggest that you do is this, and I'll actually just read the prompt to you whether you have the cards or not. Leo rules the body part of the upper back. The prompt is, lift your head up high and practice mindful shoulder rolls. Vary the distance between shoulder blades each time while expanding your chest. Good posture not only enhances your appearance and confidence, it creates space for your internal organs to function optimally. What would that look like? Okay, I could be like this, okay? Or if I practice the mindful shoulder rolls and I lift my head up high, I've actually been visiting my parents and family and friends back home for the last almost 3 weeks, so I haven't really worked out, so this is fantastic for me today. I literally feel the crunchiness in my back, kind of. So good. So do whatever you can to get familiar, get intimate with the upper back of your body. And man, I feel so good doing this. That is the anytime prompt. Anytime, while we're still in the new moon period, because the moon just slowly starts to build back up to go towards a full moon, which will happen in 2 weeks. Do those shoulder rolls. And then we have a different prompt if you have 10 minutes or more. And here is the prompt. It says, close your eyes, breathe deeply. Imagine a healing sensation as the brightness and warmth of a flame rises from your roots. Okay, so that's our sacred area. Imagine the healing sensation as the brightness and warmth of a flame rises from your root all the way up to your upper back and your shoulders. Keep breathing until you are filled by this warmth and light, and notice how your body expands. And I'll say that one more time in case you want to pause on the video, sit down, stand up, do whatever you need to follow along. So here is the prompt that we suggest that you do for about 10 minutes. Close your eyes, breathe deeply. Imagine a healing sensation as the brightness and warmth of a flame rises from your root all the way up your upper back and shoulders. Keep breathing until you are filled by this warmth and light. Notice how your body expands. It's pretty great. If you do have time, a little bit more than 10 minutes, using the new moon is a great time to be reflective on those characteristics, and it's a great time to do the body work on the upper body. And if you do have one of our gua shas, I would highly recommend taking the time to do some work to expand your upper back. And some people find it quite difficult to reach their upper back and expand it. You could use a dry brush just to bring some circulation there, or you can also help expand your upper chest, your upper back, by simply using your gua sha over your chest. And what will happen is these front muscles are going to expand, allowing you to go back even further. So you could do this. So ladies, go over your breasts, men go over your breasts, go over your chest, and use this with starting with a light pressure. And I always suggest starting with the jagged edge, which is the edge I say is used to get curious. And when you do this, you're also helping lymphatic drainage happen. Sorry, I can't talk while I do this because I just instantly go into my body and it feels so good, and I start feeling the textures beneath the skin. But it really, really helps. So I'm actually opening up the front of my chest, but as a result, the back is opening up. So that is the prompt for the body. And then the next prompt is for the soul. Here's a quote. Given Leo is a fire sign, our soul prompt is this. Our prompt has to do with Palo Santo, which I'm going to go and get. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back with a stick of Palo Santo. It's something that we sell at Grounded 1002. We sell Palo Santo that comes from 3 different forests, and they're all different widths. So you get to do the soul work by interacting with the elements. And the elements are earth, air, water, fire. And in some cultures, they also include ether and metal. And ether is space. So here's the prompt. As you hold a Palo Santo stick in your hand, take a moment to reflect on the journey it has gone through before reaching your fingertips. Did you know that Palo Santo trees do not exude any fragrance while they are rooted in the ground? As these trees reach the age of 70, their branches begin to fall, and the wood develops a resin that offers the aromatic scent, which is full of medicinal properties. When you choose CERFOR certified, which is what this is, organic Palo Santo, you are ensuring that the wood has been left to rest on the ground for a minimum of 2 years before it's been harvested and sold. At Grounded 1002, we've noticed that wood from different forests reflect the weather and the environment in which they're grown. Reflect on how this knowledge that I've just shared about wood, about a tree that's been growing for 70 years and has no smell, and then all of a sudden the branches drop and the resin accumulates, and then this beautiful smell starts being accumulated. Reflect on how this knowledge alters your perception of the ritual of burning Palo Santo. Consider the deep connection between time, patience, and the transformative power of fire as you engage in this ancient practice. Allow the wisdom of the ages and the natural world to guide you. Consider this ritual as a symbolic act of inner transformation. If you don't know, when you have Palo Santo, it is a holy wood. It's taken so long to develop. So when you burn it, you notice, like, I've had this stick for probably like a month or so, and I mean, a lot of people, their entire stick turns black, which means that you're contaminating the oils and the resin in here, which you don't want to do. So just have your flame respectfully, with gratitude, light just the tip, and then let the, oh my God, it smells so good. This is the medium-sized stick, which comes from a forest where the weather and the soil is great. It's moderate. So this stick smells quite beautiful to most people, and know that when you open the windows, the smell changes versus when the windows are closed. The other sticks that we have, the smell varies because the forests that they are grown in are a little bit different. So yeah, if you have time today on the new moon, try your best to do the mind prompts, thinking about the characteristics of confidence, passion, creativity, arrogance, and being self-centered. Do the work to expand your upper body and work on your soul, or connect with the elements to do the soul work, in which case today's element is fire. All right. Sorry for the low budget video. Has been a pretty busy couple of weeks, but I still wanted to get something out for the people who have purchased our Cosmic Powered coaching cards. What we were selling is like a pre-launch, and very soon we'll be launching a pack of 12, so you could be like a whole body, holistic person, where you get to work on several elements of the mind, body, and soul. So you have a full-on connection with very essential characteristics that you need in life to level up, along with getting intimate and familiar with all your body parts. And the astrological time kind of suggests that you get close to them. And then we do recommend a lot of soul work because people are kind of losing that connection. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'd love if you could subscribe. Check us out. We're at www.grounded1002.com, and my name is Nita. All right, peace and rock with care.